Stay tuned for the biggest fish, the hottest bites, this week here on In-Depth Outdoors. With James Holst.
Look at that. Wow, is that an incredible fish?
And the rest of the IDO fishing team. We're headed to the best fisheries across the upper Midwest and Canada. We'll fish longer, explore unfished bodies of water, and go further off the beaten path in search of the hottest bites in fresh water.
Look at that.
With Cal Schwiel.
What a specimen.
And Joel Nilsson.
Whoa, this is an absolute monster.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
Good morning, everyone. I'm James Holst with In-Depth Outdoors, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in for what is the kickoff episode of our 10th season of broadcast here on Fox Sports North. For those just tuning in to In-Depth Outdoors for the first time, here's what you need to know about our episodes. Unlike a lot of shows, our episodes are filmed and aired in the same week, and what that means for the viewer is our content is very, very current. Last season, we really broadened our horizons with regards to the lakes and the areas that we covered during our broadcast season. And we're going to continue to do that here in season 10. Last year, we had phenomenal trips out west to Idaho, where we caught huge yellow perch. And we went to the east, over to Lake Erie, where we caught some of the biggest walleyes we've ever had on film here at In-Depth Outdoors, and our viewers can count on us continuing to do that here in season 10. We're going to be looking for new bodies of water and great bites that you just don't very often hear about and you certainly don't see on TV. So that brings us to today's episode, and one of the things I love about being the host of In-Depth Outdoors TV is no two seasons are the same. Last year at this time, we went straight to the ice. This year, with the unseasonably warm temperatures, we can do things like target big muskies before ice up. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to be fishing with Pat McSherry, In-Depth Outdoors pro staffer, and we're headed to Crawford's Camp, located out of Sioux Narrows, Ontario, on the shores of Whitefish Bay on Lake of the Woods. Now, what's great about Crawford's Camp is it's an ideal base camp location for anglers that are interested in targeting the late season muskie that this area is famous for. So that's where we start today's show. It's going to be Pat McSherry and I out in the boat looking to net a couple of great big muskies today here on our kickoff episode of season 10 of In-Depth Outdoors.
All right, and the old crankbaits. This one here is a Storm Giant Flat Stick, and this time of year this is about as small as you'd want to go.
Not so giant.
Right, and everything we use will be this size and up. This one's got a real aggressive rattle.
Good hooks.
Good hooks. And fishing clear water, you definitely want to stick with a more natural pattern. You know, we should have some tulipies, ciscos, whitefish starting to spawn. Got water temps at about 44 degrees. So anything that you can kind of emulate to that and match the hatch, if you will. This is a little bit shallower diving crankbait, so we're going to run it on the inside closest to the rock wall, and then also put it on a planer board and get it closer to those rocks, and hopefully bang it off some rocks and might trigger a strike, and that way we're just covering more water too. We got a deeper diver straight off the back on these rock ledges, and then trying to cover that other part of the water column up on the rocks.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch of the combination here is fish big and then throw pretty fast. We're going between 3 1/4 up to 4 miles an hour. I know guys will go even faster than that.
Right.
We've been kind of playing it a little safe, I think, probably sticking in that 3 1/2, 3 3/4 range. But what's great about this is, these fish are kind of spread out. We don't have tulipies really piled up in any one spot yet, starting to spawn. It's just a little warm yet. So being able to troll at this speed, using these aggressive big-bodied baits allows us to cover a lot of water. And any fish within a pretty good size area around these baits is going to know that they're moving past them. So it's a pretty efficient way to fish big baits at a time of year that should produce some really big fish.
Exactly. All right, we're fishing.
Nearly 70 years ago, a simple idea was taking form in the heart of the ice belt. That idea was, if you combined a commitment to quality with a passion for the sport of ice fishing, you could build a better ice auger. From that idea, Strike Master was born. Forever committed to innovation in the quest to build a lighter, more durable auger. StrikeMaster. Powerful, durable, reliable.
New from Yamaha, outboards that combine VMAX SHO performance and reliability with a 25-inch shaft link. Introducing the VMAX SHO 150 and 250 horsepower outboards. Yamaha's VMAX SHO outperforms two strokes on hole shot, weighs less, and boasts up to 12% better fuel economy than competitive two strokes. This means multi-species boaters can enjoy the benefits that have made the VMAX SHO famous. Stop into your Yamaha dealer today and experience the game-changing VMAX SHO, now with a 25-inch shaft.
VMC's dominating line of panfish baits just got even better with the introduction of new baits molded from high-density tungsten, the miracle metal that offers the same weight as traditional lead at half the size. The platoon of new baits include the Tungsten Fly, fast-sinking VMC Nymph and Waxtail soft baits pre-rigged on VMC tungsten jigs, and the innovative tungsten chandelier jig that targets roaming panfish like a fish-seeking missile. The next time you hit the ice, tie on a tungsten, and you'll be fishing fast and taking names with VMC.
Craftsmanship and precision are just words until you add driving passion and a knowledge of what defines rod building excellence. Tuned up custom rods are built with a perfect blend of rod balance and action, a truly custom experience achieved only with the highest quality materials, from the handle to the last guide and every thread wrap in between. It's these components, along with an attention to detail, that makes our custom ice rods a tuned up custom.
Fish?
Yep, fish on.
Nice.
That fish just laid on it. He ain't very big.
No?
No, I don't think he is.
Well, fish nonetheless.
I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan, even small muskies. Yeah, I thought it was a rock. I mean, you can see the bait just kind of hit and then stall and then boom.
Yep. Well, we were pounding those rocks coming around that corner.
You know, he might not be super small. Cold water like this, it's not like they're all freaked out.
No.
Fish is gonna wait till he gets to the boat and then it'll roll up. I'm gonna hop up back here.
All right, grab the net.
No, it's a lot bigger than that.
All right.
That'll do.
Heck yeah, he's
Muska
feisty
lunge number
too.
one.
He's gator rolling.
I would want that grandma's off my mouth.
There he is, nice. Number
Fish
one.
number one.
Fish number one. We've only been at it for what, an hour and a half?
Normally you
That's
gotta
cool.
work a lot harder.
Yeah.
I take that back, it was a little bit bigger than I thought.
Yeah. Heck yeah, it's a nice fish. Here, I'll grab you the pliers.
It's not a bad way to start. Hello, muskie. More than anything, she just got wrapped up in the line.
Right.
Get off in there. We lassoed her. But she gator rolled so bad. Behave yourself now, sweetie. Yeah, up here in these Canadian Shield lakes, you know, around Lake of the Woods, the primary forage is tullabees, and this time of the year, you're starting to see these balls of tullabees moving up shallow, and that's what this fish is after.
Yep.
Hey, you. How are ya? All right, Pat, if you can pull that out. That's a nice looking fish, low 40-inch fish.
Yeah, definitely healthy.
What's that on the side there?
Yeah, she's got a little growth there or something.
Nice fish, nice start.
Heck
Like you
yeah.
said, about an hour, hour and a half out here, just kind of getting our bearings, and we've got fish on the board. Oh yeah, that water's cold.
She wants to go.
See you later, you little fish missile.
That's cool in that clear water too.
Thank you.
Heck yeah.
All right, 3 bait. Redeploy and go.
Yep, get back in the water here.
There's a lot of whitefish or tullabees or something down deep.
Yep. Well, that's kind of what we're trying to do here, is basically just cover the spectrum, get this little bit more shallow diving crankbait up closer to shore, banging off the rocks, and then running a deeper, bigger crankbait right behind the boat. And just running these edges and trying to cover that both sides of the water column.
You know, so many people, when you talk about fish spawn, they think about spring, walleye spawn in the spring, pike spawn in the spring. but the bait fish species that these large predators really key on up here on these Canadian Shield lakes, they spawn in the fall. So you get into this late, October, November time frame when the water temperatures get down in the low 40s. That's really the trigger for these tulipies to get up shallow and just cluster on these rocks. And of course, anytime you get bait that piled up, you're going to have big predators close behind. And I do not want to disrespect that fish, but we will catch a bigger one.
I hope so.
This time last year, we were on the ice already. It's one of the best parts about doing this.
Yeah.
Every year is different. There is no consistent pattern at all.
Right, here we are sitting, it's mid 40s and it's morning. I mean,
Yep.
it should be way colder than it is, but it's beautiful.
It's going to be a while before these feet touch ice, unless we drive a long way.
Yeah.
No matter what moves you, Seafoam works.
At Markham, we know being the leader in ice sonar performance doesn't mean we get to rest on our laurels. Introducing the new I-Series line of flashers. Every model in our new I-Series line combines a bright and vivid display with Markham's advanced sonar technology to produce flasher sonar units that offer a larger display and increased viewing angles without compromising Markham's legendary sonar performance. This winter, don't settle for anything less than an I-Series flasher from Markham, the most powerful high-performance flasher sonar units ever built. VMC's dominating line of panfish baits just got even better with the introduction of new baits molded from high-density tungsten, the miracle metal that offers the same weight as traditional lead at half the size. The platoon of new baits include the tungsten fly, fast-sinking VMC nymph and waxtail soft baits pre-rigged on VMC tungsten jigs, and the innovative tungsten chandelier jig that targets roaming panfish like a fish-seeking missile. The next time you hit the ice, tie on a tungsten, and you'll be fishing fast and taking names with VMC.
Craftsmanship and precision are just words until you add driving passion and a knowledge of what defines rod building excellence. Tuned-up custom rods are built with a perfect blend of rod balance and action, a truly custom experience achieved only with the highest quality materials, from the handle to the last guide and every thread wrap in between. It's these components, along with an attention to detail, that makes our custom ice rods a tuned-up custom.
No matter what moves you, Seafoam works.
It's one thing I always look for. Shoreline, I'd much rather fish broken up rock like this
That ledge rock.
than ledge rock, casting anyways.
How's Parisi doing with since that injury of his? Oh, fish. Oh yeah. Little better fish?
Feels like a good one.
Go, go, Gadget, go.
Oh yeah, it's staying down nice.
I like how these fish just taking nice turns for us here.
Yeah, they are.
Very thoughtful. Of course, yours does look bigger.
Yeah, no, it's, gosh, you can't beat it. November like this, to be out here trolling, got, what is it, 50 degrees today?
50 degrees. Well, that is a whole different critter there, isn't it?
I think this is a pretty good fish.
All right, we're dead in the water.
It's giving me the vibe that he wants to maybe jump, so I'm kind of nervous.
I would love to see a muskie jump. You were just kind of resetting the rod, messing with it. You just turned away and
Big
whoom.
head shake, big head shake.
Get that out of there. I'm gonna reorganize our environment here.
Boy, I have not seen him yet.
That little 40-inch fish I caught, I mean, she was up to the surface just like that.
Yeah.
You know, we were trolling this rock wall here, and that outside bait, I mean, you were over 50, 60 feet of water, and the bait's down 20 feet, but...
Right. Oh, it's a giant, James.
I see it.
Oh my gosh.
Don't put any pressure on me.
Oh my gosh, James, look at that fish.
Well, we'll catch bigger. You're mine. Oh, yes!
That is a true giant. Oh my gosh.
He's sitting, at a table together not long ago talking about what we'd want to have happen as far as ideal conditions. If we could just get a couple of warm, calm days in November.
Mm-hmm.
I wish everybody could feel this net handle shake from him right now.
Oh, I was fired up, man. That's the biggest fish I've caught in a while. Holy smokes.
All right.
Yeah, let's get him unhooked. Oh, or her, I should say.
Well, the fish is unhooked already. Oh man, is that thing just a mess?
That's a mess.
You got it? Got the net?
Yep, I got the net.
All right. I'll get this out of her hair.
See if I can lure her in here.
Measure board is behind you.
Boy, she's still even a little green.
Yeah, we got her to the net pretty quick. That is a freak of a fish.
All right, I got her. All right. Oh, look at that fish. Oh man, that is an incredible fish, and that's why you come to Lake of the Woods chasing muskies in November.
I don't mind not being able to be on the ice with fish like that in the boat.
Oh, she's already wearing me out.
What a stud. Let's get a quick measure, maybe a quick picture, and off she goes.
All right.
Head goes that way.
Can you flip it around
Yes,
for
I
me?
can. Because I'm a nice guy.
All right.
Got her?
She is right at 51. Yeah, right at 51, and she is not lacking in the weight department either.
That is awesome. I want one. I want one bad.
Oh my gosh, she's wearing me out. We
You're
better
shaking.
get her back.
You're shaking.
Oh. Get her lined up here. Wow, is that a thick fish? James, I haven't tangled with one like that in a long time.
I don't think many guys have.
Probably 3 or 4 years since I've caught one of that class.
Oh, now you're showing off. I mean, what a difference. I mean, I'm not going to talk anything but good things about that fish that I caught, but you could just tell from the instant she doubled up that rod on you.
Yep. All right, she's kind of getting her bearings here.
It's a beautiful fish, Pat.
Oh, I know.
Now, I haven't caught one like that in a long time.
There she goes. Wow.
That is too cool.
There she goes.
She's off to go terrorize some tulipy, man.
What a fish.
Look at her go. The water clarity here is really good.
That's so cool in that clear water. Well,
you were just shaking. When I grabbed that net handle, when you were holding the hoop, it was just rattling.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
There's only a few fish that'll really do that to me. It's muskies and lake trout.
Right, right.
I just can't get enough of it.
We were really hauling the mail there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was about 3 3/4 miles an hour.
Yep. No, it's, you know, I kind of think that in the more clear water, you don't have to go so slow. You can cover more water and go fast, and those fish are gonna be able to track that bait down.
We could see that fish swimming off 75 feet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, before she finally got out of our, I mean, not deep, but I mean, just distance-wise through the water.
Right.
So I'm sure they can see these baits for a long distance.
Yeah, they can feel them and hear them and see them. They can track them down quick.
All right, I'm gonna spin us around and away we go.
All right, I'll get this mess sorted out here.
I think we did all right. We didn't allow it just to turn into complete carnage. 51, so one in the boat over 50 already. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
VMC's dominating line of panfish baits just got even better with the introduction of new baits molded from high-density tungsten, the miracle metal that offers the same weight as traditional lead at half the size. The platoon of new baits include the tungsten fly, fast-sinking VMC nymph and waxtail soft baits pre-rigged on VMC tungsten jigs, and the innovative tungsten chandelier jig that targets roaming panfish like a fish-seeking missile. The next time you hit the ice, tie on a tungsten, and you'll be fishing fast and taking names with VMC.
New from Yamaha, outboards that combine VMAX SHO performance and reliability with a 25-inch shaft link. Introducing the VMAX SHO 150 and 250 horsepower outboards. Yamaha's VMAX SHO outperforms 2 strokes on hole shot, weighs less, and boasts up to 12% better fuel economy than competitive 2 strokes. This means multi-species boaters can enjoy the benefits that have made the VMAX SHO famous. Stop into your Yamaha dealer today and experience the game-changing VMAX SHO, now with a 25-inch shaft.
Nearly 70 years ago, a simple idea was taking form in the heart of the ice belt. That idea was, if you combined a commitment to quality with a passion for the sport of ice fishing, you could build a better ice auger. From that idea, Strike Master was born. forever committed to innovation in the quest to build a lighter, more durable auger. StrikeMaster. Powerful, durable, reliable.
So my approach when driving the boat, and Pat's is the same, we keep the planer board rod on the inside, and what I'll do is I'll slowly angle in towards the shoreline, and it's basically just a rock shoreline everywhere you go up here. So what I'll do is I'll kind of keep an eye on that planer board, and as I start to edge shallow, what I'm looking for that board to do is I actually want to run it into the rocks. And as I mentioned, those big crankbaits, they're pretty good about just hitting rocks, careening off, and coming loose, and it's actually a pretty strong triggering effect. So I'll watch that board, watch for it to really start to surge a little bit, then I turn out and head deeper again. So there's really a couple of things going on there. I drive that bait up shallow, it hits a couple of rocks, and then it just goes out over deeper water. So it's a really great presentation that's got a very easy to see visual clue. You know you're doing it right when that yellow board starts pounding a little bit. Of course, when a muskie takes it, it's a whole different story. It just starts screaming. But and like I said, very rarely will you run into a situation where you're going to actually lose that bait. You might hang it up, but it's almost no problem getting it back.
Yeah, and one other good point to doing that, weaving in and out and letting that planer board run up, is you're also changing your speeds. When you're turning the boat, each side is moving and your speeds are changing. It could potentially trigger a strike as well.
You know, typically this time of the year we'd be neck deep in the tulipy spawn. I mean, more often than like last year, I mean, it was iced over already.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when we saw this warm patch of weather coming, we were talking with people, what's the water temperatures doing? They were the mid-40s and dropping. Well, they didn't drop enough to get those tulipies really kicked in and moving up hard in numbers. We're just seeing real sporadic sign of tulipies or bait fish in general, just mixed basically everywhere. They're not concentrated yet.
They're still a little deep.
Yeah, they're very deep actually.
Yeah.
So there's some time yet before these tulipies are going to come up shallow, but obviously we're still able to catch a lot of fish.
Yeah.
I mean, the muskies are up there, they're still feeding.
Yep. No, that's what I love about this time of year, is that all these fish, these muskies, they have to put on the feed bags this time of year so that they can make it through the winter. And their metabolism slows way down in the winter and they don't eat as much, so they really have to, you know, put the feed on and get as big as they can before the fall. And I don't know, I mean, other than deer hunting, I can't imagine there's anything better to do than to target these great big fish, because they get fat this time of year and it's fun.
The tulipies make it easy.
Yeah.
It's a perfect scenario for a fish that really needs to pile on some pounds for winter to have this big concentration of sticks of butter with fins just swimming around, and they just gorge.
Yep, and they show it.
Fish. We had to get you falling asleep before you catch another one.
Had to get a little afternoon nap in.
I'm hurrying.
Well, he's still a ways out.
Good, because I need some time. You were just over there asleep, and I was eyeballing you a little bit. I was thinking about how I was going to mess with you. Never got a chance.
Yeah, no, that's a good wake-up call there.
On your side of the boat again, you dog.
Ooh, nice head shake.
How am I doing on time?
Oh, he's getting close.
Yeah.
He's giving me some good head shakes.
Want to switch?
Oh, that's another jumbo.
Another McJumbo?
It's another big fish.
You are becoming a horrible muskie fishing partner.
He's I'm gonna have him up on this side.
Look at that.
Stay hooked, stay hooked.
First shot I get?
Yep, she's coming up.
Oh, look at that!
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable!
Oh, that's another big fish, man.
Yes, it is.
Holy smokes.
So much for the next one was mine, huh? Jeez.
Well, it was right there and I was gonna hand it to you.
It doesn't matter, man. It's all good.
She's in the net anyways. Let's see, I'll grab.
I actually put him away.
Oh,
That's what threw you.
that's what threw me off.
Big as the last one?
She's not quite as big as the last one, but she's
Pretty
big.
much in the neighborhood though, isn't she?
Yeah. She is loose. Another toad. I gotcha. All right. All right, what a fish. That is a beauty fish. And it's not as big as the last one, but it's definitely got some weight. Wow. You know, it's just been a blast out here today catching these fish.
We don't deserve such good weather, and the fish, the quality of the fish is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this net out of your way.
All right.
And then that measure board is back there waiting for you. Now the head will go to you, to the right side of the boat.
All right.
Over on this, yeah.
All right.
Oh, not as long as I thought. It's just that it's the girth that throws you.
Yep. Nice mid 40-inch fish and with a gut too. That's
She just T-boned that
unbelievable.
crankbait.
Let's get this fish back. Oh, another fatty.
They are all eating good, man.
Mm-hmm. This time here, she's ready to go.
Bye. So much for ceremony.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
good to go. That's fantastic.
that was fun.
You know, we don't get to do this type of show very often. I mean, as I said during the beginning of the show today, every year is so much different from the last. Last year at this time we were walking on ice. This year it might be a while before we get our feet on ice unless we drive a long way. So you just take what Mother Nature throws your way and you make lemonade. And we're out here today taking advantage of a muskie bite that typically would be, for all intents and purposes, done for us.
Right.
And you know, unless you're willing to be out here in snowstorms and bitter cold, this is really the way to go about doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've been talking about this scenario now for the last couple of weeks as we were kind of leading up to the first show of the season. It's like, what did we want to happen once it became very obvious that we were not getting on ice?
Right.
So 50-degree temperatures, you know, we've got 44-degree water temperature. The tullibees should be up pushing shallow to spawn. It's an ideal situation. So if you ever find yourself with this type of scenario, a warm fall, and you just haven't put the boat away yet, you don't need fancy equipment. 2 muskie sticks,
Yep.
80-pound braid, and some big crankbaits,
Yep.
and off you go. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. From Pat McSherry and I, we'll see you next week.
For more info on the latest fish reports, gear recommendations, and hottest techniques, connect with us online at indepthoutdoors.com or follow us on Facebook at In Depth Outdoors. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to let our sponsors know.